Have you heard about climate change? Today we are going to learn 7 interesting facts. To start with, first we need to understand what climate change is. Climate change is the process of our planet heating up. In the recent years, the concentration of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has been increasing. These extra greenhouse gases in our atmosphere are the main reason that our Earth is getting warmer. And how these extra greenhouse gases are created? Well, primarily through the burning of fossil fuels such as oil, natural gas, coal, and solid waste. Now, let's learn 7 interesting facts that may surprise you. Number 1. Sea ice has decreased and ice melt is accelerating. Ice melt in Antarctica, the Arctic, and Greenland is rapidly accelerating, which has caused sea level to rise and increase around the world. Greenland alone lost 329 gigatons of ice in 2019, far above the annual average over the past few decades. Number 2. Global temperatures have increased by about 1 Celsius in the past century. Over the last 100 years, the average temperature on Earth has warmed by 1 Celsius. In our day-to-day lives, we may not notice much of a difference if the temperature went up by 1 degree, but this temperature rise has had a significant impact on our planet. Number 3. Rainforest destruction is a major cause of carbon dioxide release. When we cut down or destroy the rainforest, large amount of carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. This contributes to the greenhouse effects and further to global warming. Number 4. Coral reefs are being destroyed. In the last years, half of the world's coral reefs have died or damaged. Human activity, increased temperatures, and natural disasters have contributed to coral bleaching. In the last years, half of the world's coral reefs have died or damaged. Human activity, increased temperatures, and natural disasters have contributed to corals bleaching. And what it is? Well, when the water becomes too warm, the algae living in the coral's tissues just leave. Algae provides the coral with the most of its energy, and so it needs algae to survive. When the algae leaves, well, the coral becomes bleached and turn white or pale. And this is how corals are slowly disappearing. Number 5. Did you know that the 20 warmest years on record have been in the past 22 years? WMO, the World Meteorological Organization, has compounded the research released in the 2018 called IPCC report, stating that 20 of the warmest years on record have occurred in the last 22 years, proving that climate change is real. Number 6. More than 1 million species face extinction. While the expected rate of a species extinction is usually around 5 species a year, we're currently losing up to 10,000 times the normal rate. This means that dozens of species go extinct every single day. This loss of biodiversity reduces water quality and food security. It also results in a loss of a natural pest control as predators like frogs and spiders become extinct. Number 7. Climate change is creating a refugee crisis. As global temperatures increase, millions of people are fleeing their homes to avoid the impacts of droughts and extreme storms. And these numbers are set to rise. The International Organization of Migration estimates that up to 200 million people could be displaced by climate change by 2050. What we also know is that everyone can do their bit to help prevent the effects of climate change. Small things in your own home can make a big difference. Try switching off your light bulbs, reduce your food waste, and buy less plastic. All these little things can make a great difference for our future.